Welcome everyone to a game of 5th edition D&D. I'm Alton. I'll be running today's game, and we'll start right away with introducing our characters. So, Chapo.
All right. So my character's name is Revjack. He's a level 9 battle master. He's just kind of like a big Viking, and he's just like smashing shit. He's got his customary yes. He does that a lot, but other than that, that's Revjack. So there you go. Next.
All right, and Matthew, the one who we're running the game for. Why don't you introduce Jander?
Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew. I'll be playing Jander, who is a level 4 Sage Scribe Cleric of the Forge. And during the last game, I made some very poor decisions and admitted something that I probably shouldn't have. And now I have to deal with the consequences.
What's her name?
Guys.
Great.
And Sandra. Or Ty.
Okay, I'm Ty. I'm playing Fletch. He's a human champion fighter, 10th level, and he's been away for a while. Now he's back. He has lots of weapons: longbow, whip, rapier, dagger, explosive arrows, stuff like that.
My kind of guy.
Sandra. Please say that you're here. God.
If you are, you're muted.
I think she had to step away.
Okay. Well, let's get started with why we're here.
Hi, I'm Sandra. I'm playing Remus.
And he's a half-elf. Just jump in.
Awesome. Hi, Sandy.
Hi. And he's a level 9 champion fighter and level 3 monster hunter slayer or something. And I don't know. I just wanted to do something before we go on this quest, if I still can, if I still may.
You had your chance.
Really?
Okay, what do you want?
Okay. I would like to go and stop by Zilthor, if you pronounce it like that, because he said to come by before I go on my next quest, which is what I would do. In the medical.
He gives you 2 healing potions.
Thank you very much, Zilthor, and I bid you a good day. Thank you. That will
Just
help
don't
me.
get killed out there. Actually, go get yourself hurt but not killed. That's how I make my money.
I will keep that in mind and hopefully come back with an injury for you.
If you don't, just shoot yourself in the foot. That will work.
Okay. I will do this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And healing.
So, ever since the overwhelming energies from the chaos temples have started to erupt, people have been very wary about making magical weapons, as typically you need to cast spells into them so that their energies can be stored and made into them. And since most magical cities that craft these things are in a bad place when it comes to magical crafting, they have resorted to using more powerful materials instead, and have been summoning monster hunters to create these weapons. However, for our ambitious Jander here, who is quite inexperienced in the monster hunting field, has been geist. The spell has been cast upon him at 8th level to place him in a quest to make the most powerful weapon that he possibly can. And this first step is to be using star metal that can be found only in the Mist Kingdom in the northern regions near Starfall. And he has a long distance to go. As far as any of you are aware of, there is no chest of gold awaiting for you at the end. Only the promise of a very rare material that could be used to make very powerful weapons.
I will offer to take my carriage for all of us for the travels with my warhorse.
Okay. So this is the journey path. Unfortunately, this is an old map, but this is the one that I can use that doesn't show you everything. And so Illumina is here, and you guys, unless you guys want to change the path, is pretty much straightforward. Go up here, go around Heroes Pass, and the carriage will have difficulty going through the trees. So, but there is a path you can take to go straight through and wind yourself up right into the Starfall. So it's the most direct path to get there without going through the mountains.
Question: do I need 1 or 2 horses for the carriage to be pulled?
2 if you're going to be hauling metal.
All
Or
right, then.
Alternatively, you guys could stay in Starfall and stay there for a duration, perhaps even Act 2.
Well, I would. Well, if I knew what efforts have to be made to pull this carriage, yeah. I would probably buy another war horse if there is one in Illumina.
Yeah.
So we would just leave ready.
Okay, so that's 250 gold, I think, for another war
Okay.
horse.
Sure.
Does anyone else need to make any other preparations?
We've got a carriage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to worry about getting a horse.
Okay.
And my other war horse will get a name that I shall reveal shortly.
Okay.
Buttercup.
No.
It's because he has a white face and he's a brown horse.
Vicious.
No.
Dave.
Hard.
Stop giving me inspiration for this. Continue, please.
I can't have you taken either.
The old gray mare.
I'd like to find a warhorse called Rip, and I want him to be like he farts all the time or something. They call him Rip.
Sure. You find one. Do you want to buy him?
Does he smell bad?
Yes.
All right. Yes. His name is Rip. He has a special gas attack.
No.
I ride ahead of everybody all the time. No, I'm just playing. I don't need a horse.
Okay.
I got a name. It's Gunner.
Gunter.
No, Gunner.
Nobody
Not
fucking
fucking
knows what
Gunther.
a gun is. So
Sorry?
Can we call him Gunny for short?
Yes. He likes that.
it's like
Okay.
one fucking letter.
Can we call him like Arlie Emery?
No. You're gonna get bit in the face.
He's
Dick.
gonna get punched.
So you're
No, I'm
ready
kidding.
for your journey to Starfall?
Already?
Great. The middle of nowhere.
How many days is it? Rations.
Like something.
Oh, sorry. Well,
To
tell
get
my
from Illumina to Starfall.
rocket ass.
Love you.
I love you more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A long trip, lots of dangers, next to no pay.
I said,
Oh, I just got back from that.
Sounds nice. I would like to buy 10
My
more
wife
rations.
says hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
love y'all.
Hi.
Y'all.
Cube loves you.
Come on,
And
Mocha.
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, I bet she doesn't know who those people are.
Missing out.
She probably
much?
doesn't.
How much are 10 rations?
$5.
5. 5.
Like 2 gold and 5 silver.
See, $5.
I'll just pay fucking 3. I don't do the math here.
5.
Okay, you give the person 3 gold because you're lazy.
That's what I do. Okay, I have 17 rations now.
That's
Do I need?
that's like 5 short.
That's short. Oh, well then I buy another fucking 10 and give him like fucking 6 gold.
That's like an extra second breakfast.
And do I need to buy food for the horses too specifically? Yeah, right.
Yes.
All right.
You have to
So
feed your mounts.
what is that? What is that? Fucking food.
You have a horse. Why don't you know this?
I am so sorry. Animal feed per day is 5 copper. I don't fucking care. I'll just buy it for like 10 gold.
Some graves.
You buy 40 days worth.
Okay, for 10 gold. All right. No, we'll do that.
Horses eat grass. Isn't there just like grass everywhere?
Yep.
I mean, Fletch doesn't know anything about horses.
Yeah, but just in case. And I think that includes water and shit, right?
Oh, you have to buy more water barrels.
And this
I have decanter of endless water. Leave me
Okay,
alone.
well, then don't fucking worry about water then. Buy a barrel.
I forgot. God damn it.
buy a bucket. Use your helmet.
I'll buy a barrel too, so I can
I
fill
kn-
it up.
I know what's going on. So, you get smacked in the face by Steve. Right? It's what it is, right?
That is what it is, definitely.
Remus misses it. He smacks you, and you gain common sense. There you go.
Mm. My common sense is tingling.
Yes,
Hmm.
Steve.
Now let's see how long that lasts.
God damn it.
All right.
I'm done.
Anyone have any other preparations? Probably not.
I'm good.
I'm just going to ride in the wagon.
I'm gonna be driving because I have vehicles land proficiency because I can.
Thank you.
Come.
Okay, so you guys are marching. No, some of you are riding in the carriage. Who's driving?
Me.
You come across a small-looking, what looks like a pretty large-looking lizard. It's kind of hunched over at the side of the road, eating what looks like a deer.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do when you see it?
It's not bothering us.
Is it like looking hostile or something?
No,
It's eating, right?
It's looking kind of cautiously towards you guys.
It's not a dragon.
Do you look at it?
I'll look at it.
Yeah, it actually looks like a pseudo dragon if you've seen one before. He's pretty small, just kind of sitting on the side of the road, and he's watching the carriage as he's just pulls its head out from the deer's rib cage.
Fletch just waves at him and says, "Hi."
Hi.
Can I roll survival? What I know about like these or behavior, like if they're territorial, if there's more, whatever.
Sure.
Oh wow, that's good. 25.
Pseudo dragons are pretty intelligent creatures. They are pretty much like giant cats. Large cats with stingers.
So how do they hunt?
They sting somebody, and if they sting something, and if the creature can't resist it, and can't resist its poison for an hour, the creature will go unconscious.
Okay,
So,
but do they hunt in packs like lions do?
No, it's literally the size of about a household cat.
Okay, then
I'll
we
s-
can't just ignore it, right? And just
I'll say to him, said, "Hey, we're heading north. You want to go with us?"
Do you have food?
We got trail rations. There may be some dried meat in there, but I mean, we'll probably do some hunting on the way.
He said he looks at the messed up deer that's in front of him. He's like, well, it's better than scraps. And he walks up to beside the carriage and scratches at the door.
I'll open the door.
Okay, he jumps in. And he's got little wings. And
You got a name?
the oh my god, dragon names. They're so fun.
I'm Fletch.
He looks to the
And
other
if it
two
matters,
passengers.
Fletch is wearing a little leather cord around his neck, and there is a silver amulet of Bahamut hanging from it.
Oh, that does kind of matter.
Bartimaeus. Do it.
My name is Magog.
Oh, well,
M-A-G-O-G.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where's this dried jerky?
I'll take out a piece of meat out of my rations and give it to him.
Okay, you hand him some jerky, and he puts it on the floor, kind of like Cat does. Puts it on the floor, puts his one paw on top of it, puts his other paw below it, and starts chewing on it.
I'll continue the ride.
Okay. So, what you know about pseudo dragons is that they are particularly weak creatures, though they are very perceptive. They are resistant to magic. They have they also have a limited telepathy, as long as they understand what you're saying and know your language. And if you manage to find one, you can actually bond with it as a familiar.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
The only difference between a standard familiar and a pseudo dragon familiar is that if they want to, they can choose to break the bond. But the perk of carrying one with you and taking care of it is if you were within 10 feet of it, you share its magic resistance.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool
Mags.
as all get out.
Can I call you Mags?
Just turns his head and looks at you. And in your head you hear no. And he goes back to eating jerky. So he's just a tiny creature. He doesn't eat much. And although he is kind of needy, he does kind of pander to you guys to like pet him and polish his scales from time to time.
Oh yeah, Fletch will pet him if he wants to curl up in Fletch's lap. Fletch will sit there and pet him and pick nits out of his scales, whatever.
Yeah, he's got a lot of deer fur in him, so you just pluck those out on your journey. And that is actually the only thing.
Do you want me to make perception rolls on the way?
No, I'll tell you when you need to make perception roll. That is the one thing that I've kind of grew to annoyed with.
Okay, do you need my passive?
No, I'll tell you when
Okay.
you encounter shit.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you when you need to make rolls.
Thank you.
I like the system at first, but it has its glaring flaws. Then you have to make perception checks for things that aren't there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 days pass, actually, without any incidents from going through the hills and like the plain, the fields, and the small forests. Though, as soon as you guys get to Heroes Pass and start making your way through, this is where you encounter your first real threat. You hear combat ahead, and you see what looks like large rocks flying through the air. However, they're not aimed towards your vehicle or anyone anyone inside. And you hear crashing probably about 250 feet away from you guys.
Great. And we see boulders flying.
I mean, the driver would. The carriage is technically a walled-off thing, so unless you were looking outside, you
Well,
wouldn't see them.
yeah, if we're hearing stuff crashing, Fletch is going to look out a window or something.
Yeah, so's Jander.
So yeah, after the first initial volley, you look back and you guys are looking out to see where it came from, and you see just these huge, what looks like wooden trees, just being swung over the trees like they're weapons. And
Would I
you
make-
hear
Sorry.
sounds of combat?
Would I make the connection that that might be the giants that this area is kind of famous for?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fletch is going to bang on the roof of the carriage and say, yeah, maybe we should stop.
So Reams is gonna pull over and try to kind of like just on the side of the path that we are like it doesn't make sense to hide a carriage because that's not really a thing. So he's gonna halt and bind the horses to a tree and make like, how do you call that? Remove them from the carriage so that in emergency they could still like run away or whatever and not die.
Unhitch.
And huh?
Unhitch them.
Yes, that's what he does, and then he waits until everyone comes out of the carriage.
All right, since Fletch is the one who's been kind of pandering to the pseudo dragon, he crawls into your backpack.
Okay. All right. You can
He
eat
doesn't
the
weigh much.
you can eat the meat, but don't eat everything back there.
He says, "I don't want nuts and berries."
Okay. And I will warn you, I do have a tendency to run into trouble. So just letting you know.
He says, "Just don't fall back on. Don't fall on your back. I have sharp spines on my tail."
And watch out for the explosive arrows back there.
He says, "Ooh."
Yeah, don't play with those.
He takes one out and puts it in your quiver.
Okay. All right. I'm thinking. Well, should I maybe sneak ahead and see what's going on?
I will come with you.
Okay.
Someone
Yeah.
needs to stay at the carriage, or shall we all go? I don't know.
I think we should all go.
All right, let's go because now it's split the party.
Okay. I'm gonna ready my longbow and try to stealth forward.
Me too.
There's not much to stealth forward to. You sneak ahead. I'm not even going to ask for stealth checks because these
No.
two parties are occupied. You see what looks like 7 pretty experienced looking people facing off against 5 stone giants. And the stone giants are throwing rocks at them and they're taking cover. But ever since that point, you see the giants are running towards them, just in strides.
Do we recognize any of these people?
They are a pretty notorious warband that travels through the Heroes Pass. They're basically trying to do the impossible task of clearing it out for travelers, but they have been very unsuccessful.
And they do need our assistance.
Well, it's 7 what looks like dwarfs versus 5 giants.
Dwarves are usually pretty good people.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's lend them a hand.
All right, so I'll have everyone roll initiatives. Of course. course.
This is weird. I'm using an actual die today. And it's not starting off well.
Oh no.
Mhm. I'll do the list and try to not fuck up this time. How does that sound?
That's not amazing.
Sounds pretty good.
Right?
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Oh.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. But they don't see us, right? Just yet.
Like it? I don't like that a lot. Don't like that a lot.
Nope. What? 3? Is your dexterity 3? What?
It's a
That's super low.
Orals is 3.
sorry, it was intended to be my dexterity's 15.
Okay.
I don't know
so
why
you at
I
least
typed
said
it.
3.
So we're 4 people plus 1 is 5 veterans. Okay. Okay, never mind.
So what do you have in your backpack? Because the pseudo dragon's taking a peek.
What do I have in my backpack?
Yeah.
Well, back there is a quiver with 15 silver tipped arrows in it, 9 explosive arrows, Dungeoneer's pack, all the stuff that goes with that, healer's kit. My thieves' tools wouldn't be back there. There's a grappling hook with 50-foot silk rope. There's a very nice fur cape that's of white fur.
Any healing potions?
1 regular healing potion.
He picks it up. And he's gonna hold on to it.
Okay. I do have some other magic items, but I don't have them back there.
Okay, that's fine. So the stone giants just stride closer to the veterans. They're not, since the veterans have taken cover, they can't throw rocks at them, and they don't see you. So moving down the list, Remus.
I'm gonna use my arrow volley and shoot like 10 arrows at one of them.
Okay.
And he's gotta make a dex save of that's not
Probably not
good.
gonna make
That's huh?
He's probably not gonna make it.
Yeah, it's only like 22, 11.
Yeah, he fails.
Okay. Is it too late to put
Yeah, it still fails.
is it too late to put my Slayer spray on him?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 plus 8 plus. Does fire make a difference here? Do you need that, or do you want just the total?
It doesn't make a difference.
Cool. 7, 15, 20. That's awesome. That's 200. So half of that is 100, and since it didn't make the save, it's 100 damage.
Shit.
Well, that is half of my arrow damage.
Yeah, the giant takes this volley of arrows to the shoulders and the head, and it starts looking around, and they spot you guys, at least you.
Okay.
And it looks over to everyone else and says, "Hey, that one hurts real bad. Get him."
Well, how's he looking?
He's looking pretty close to dead.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge and attack him twice.
Okay.
With a 28 and
hits.
a 24 to hit.
That hits. Just tell me if you do 26 damage.
8. Oh shit, 8 plus 3 16, yeah, with my first arrow, he's dead. That's 16 plus
Yeah.
7. Yeah.
So you just shoot 2 arrows into him, and he goes down.
Okay.
He just
Eh.
falls over like a large tree he's holding and just thuds onto the ground.
Alrighty, and I still have my bonus action since I haven't done that yet. I'm going to mark one of the giants. I don't give a fuck which one, as my prey because I figure they're within not what do I have? 60 feet? Are they within 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I mark that as a bonus action and have a d6 next turn in addition. And movement. I'll move aside or try to move away from my group a little bit, not to lure them all into our group. You know,
Okay.
20 feet probably aside.
Revjack.
Alrighty. How far are they from us?
I would say 60 feet.
Okay. I'll probably just hit them with 2 arrows. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit with 2 arrows. So, first one's a 15.
That will miss.
Okay. Next one is a 13.
That will miss.
All right. And I'm gonna put my for my bonus action. I'm gonna put my bow away and pull out my frost giant axe head on the chain, the meteor hammer.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
And that would be Fletch.
So Remus just launched 12 arrows and killed this giant.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fucking dead.
Fletch is just going to look down at his longbow in his hands and say, I have been using this thing wrong.
Took me a month to learn that.
Can we tell from, or at least can Fletch tell from sort of their stance and what they seem to do? Do they appear more likely to want to run into combat, or do they appear more likely to keep throwing their boulders?
They looks like they're set to running into battle.
Okay. I'm going to run over to Jander and what the hell? I'll push phase 3. My action next to Jander will be to push phase 3 on my cube of force. Let me mark that off. And I'll tell Jander, stay within 15 feet of me. Well, you have to now, whether you want to or not. And they won't be able to get to us, though they'll still be able to throw things at us. Basically, for the next minute, no living matter can come within 15 feet of me.
Okay. Jander's excited about this.
Okay. I could have set it up so they couldn't have thrown stuff at us, but it looked like they're charging, so. And that's pretty much my action. Oh, what the hell? I'll action surge and go ahead and shoot 2 arrows at one of them.
Okay.
Holy shit. I rolled 2 nat 1s.
Oh my god.
I'm rubbing off on you.
I am totally using this longbow wrong. There's 2 silver arrows gone and God knows what else.
I'll just say this. You try to put them together and try to pull the move Remus did. But you pull it back, and then when you try to shoot them both at the same time, they just more like slide off the side, and then you shoot them into the ground in front of you. They don't break.
Oh, okay. Well,
just embarrassed.
I'll look at Jander and say, I meant to do that so I can pull him out to shoot him.
Good job.
Yeah. And that's my action.
Best action surge in history. 10 out of 10 would do again.
Double one.
The veterans, there's 7 of them. They're just gonna shoot at the giants. 1 will hit, 1 will miss, 1 will crit. So 1 hit, 1 crit. And that's 3 hits and 1 crit. And the last one is a hit. So they're all aiming at 1 giant. And the 4. Are going to deal 5, 3, 11, and so that's 14 points of damage to the 1. And the crit will deal 11. So the 1 takes 34 points of damage. And that's going to be the veteran's turn as they reload and move to different cover. Jander.
Jander's going to pull out his hand crossbow, and what's the distance range between him and the giants?
The closest giant is 60 feet away. The furthest one is probably 80.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot with disadvantage.
Why at disadvantage?
Well, because it's 120 feet at disadvantage. I'd have to get within 30 feet with a hand crossbow to...
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Well, let's see. That's going to be 13 to hit.
That will not cut it.
Okay.
You do, like, hit it, but it just bounces off. You're like, it's heading straight for its chest. Ting, bounces off.
Nothing quite so emasculating as a tink.
I look at my 2 arrows in the ground and say, I'll disagree.
Yep, the stone giant, the one stone giant. Actually, none of the other ones got hit, so except for the 1. So the 1's going to run up to the veterans. He's going to attack with his club, which is going to hit 1 of them.
I'm so dead.
Yeah, the other 4 are not going to be happy with you.
No.
And these clubs hurt.
God damn it.
I was going to run up to you and use my cube of force, but you ran away.
Yeah, I didn't want to lure them to you guys.
Plus, I figure Jander probably has the least hit points of anybody here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hits one of the veterans for 14 points of damage, which doesn't knock any of them down. Doesn't knock the 1 down, but he's looking pretty bad now. And the other 4,
Damn it.
they are going to just run and surround Remus with their 80 feet of movement, which is them dashing. And they just stomp around you and they say, "Nowhere to one now, little elf." And that's their turn. Remus.
They're how far away from me?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay, so
There's 4 of them within 5 feet of you.
I am. What kind of action is it to take out my greatsword?
Just a free action as long as you're dropping your bow.
What if I store the bow? What kind of action would that be? A full one or a
I
bonus
would say a
action?
bonus.
Okay, I'll do that as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I am going to attack the one that I have marked as my prey whichever that is, with my greatsword.
Okay.
With a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
So this is a Giant Slayer greatsword, and what you said to me was that it maximizes slashing damage. So does that mean that the 2d6 are automatically 12?
It automatically. Yeah.
All right, so then he takes 18 points of damage.
Ow.
And
I want one.
All the good stuff.
I'm going to attack again with a natural 20. And this sword actually has plus 2d6 on a crit. So that is 46 damage.
This is how much damage?
Wait, 4 times 6.
I totally forgot you had this.
That would be
What does that mean? She automatically does 24.
4 times 6 is be 48.
24. No, 4 times 6 is 24.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd
yeah, and
be
it's doubled.
double it.
It's doubled. Yeah, 48 plus 6.
So 54.
Yeah, 54 damage.
Yeah.
And my D6 for the Slayer Spray. Sorry, I forgot. That's a 4.
So this giant wasn't expecting anything, and then you hit him in the leg, and it pushes his leg out from underneath his feet, and then he lands on one knee in front of you, and then you just thrust it into his chest while he's still pretty much knocked down. And he kind of slaps his sword out of the chest, and you deal your 72 points of damage to him. He's taken the 76 points of damage. He's still up, and he pushes himself away from you, not moving, of course, and stands up again after being almost humiliated in front of his brothers.
Oh shit, I'm so gonna die. And that is all I can do. Fuck. Help, please.
I'm coming.
Rev-Jack.
All right. So these guys are what? How far away?
Just 20 feet away from you, 25 feet.
Okay. So I'll move 10 feet away. Can I move 10 feet away from that one that just got hit?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to attack him. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 2d8. So that's 16 points of damage for the first attack.
The stone giant's not looking too good.
And next attack.
God, I'm so happy about this sword.
Next attack is a 21.
That'll hit.
All right. That's 21 points of damage.
He's looking really bad, but he's still standing. He's definitely got his blood's pumping, and he's got like black blood kind of just pushing out of his chest where he got stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Finish
raining
him.
famous right now.
Finish him.
And that's Fletch.
Yeah, I'll accent church. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what? Do it. Please.
so many fighters.
So next attack. That's a nat 20. So that's
I'm so happy.
25. So there's 30 points of damage.
He goes down. You hit him twice in the back of the legs, and he falls onto his knees again. And how do you want to kill him once he's down there?
All right. So Once he goes to his knees, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, stupid!" And then I'm gonna swing around, and right as he looks at me, the gigantic frost giant head is just gonna cleave his face right in half as it swings by and tags him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you pull you pull the blade out, and his face is just unrecognizable as he just falls backwards.
All right, and then I'm gonna swing it at his brother next to him.
Hit.
That was a 21 to hit. That's
Yep.
gonna be. That's 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Fletch.
Okay, question. There's 3 giants left, I think. Or 2 giants.
There's 2 giants that are near Remus and Revjack, and the other giant is with the veterans.
Okay. The 2 that are with... Okay. The 2 that are with Remus and Revjack... hell with it. I'm going to shoot an explosive arrow at one of those 2.
Okay.
I rolled a 19, which would be a crit for me,
That's going to be a crit then.
and that would be a 29. There could be a problem with that, though.
Yeah, you're gonna blow us all up.
The fire giant I hit takes 20 points of fire damage, but it does that, and it does the explosions in a 10-foot area. I don't know who all's in that 10-foot area.
Are you hitting him in like the head? I mean, there's a lot of critical spots you can hit, but if you hit him in the head, he's too tall for anything on the ground to get hit by.
Okay, but would it hit his brother that's near him?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
They are within 5 feet of Remus, so.
Well, I did 20 points of damage to him. I don't know if I would still do 20 to the other one or if I need to roll separate for him.
No, it's the same.
Okay.
I'll go with the same.
And then I'm guessing they both, or at least he, needs to make they can make a DC 14 con save for half damage, first of all.
Okay. The one is not going to make it. So the one that got hit by the side of the explosion, he's not going to get hit. He's not going to make it. But the other one, the one you did hit, he fails.
Do I have to make the save too?
No.
No.
Okay.
And then they'd have to make a DC 14 dex save to avoid being lit on fire.
They both fail it.
Okay, so they'll take more damage each round unless they spend a round putting themselves out. And then I will yell, "Hey, big boys, we can hit hard over here too." That's what she said. And
God damn it, Ty.
And then-
do it.
and then the one I hit, I'll pull one of the regular arrows out of the ground and shoot a silver arrow at it. But I only got a 17. I don't know if that hits or not.
It does hit.
Okay. Well, in that case, he takes 12 points of piercing damage.
What?
And that will be my actions.
The veterans, they're just going to be duking it out with their giant over here, which I think they dual wield when they're in melee. Yep.
The giants or the veterans?
The veterans.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nice. I was
Double
wondering
hit.
that too.
One hit, one actually. Yeah, one hit, one miss. Another hit, another miss. Another hit, another miss. A double hit. A hit and a miss. And another hit and a miss. So
I was
they're
already
going
saying
to-
goodbye to Remus. I'm like, oh shit. This is it. This is the end.
It was looking pretty fucking scary.
It was.
And what's their modifier?
I was already wondering, is this a UAG mission? Will it be resurrected? Fuck. Thanks, Rev Jack. That helped out a lot.
Got you,
All
brother.
right.
Got you.
So
Remy.
the giant that they're fighting is not looking too great anymore. He's starting to regret his mistakes.
And dude, your weapon is badass.
Hmm?
Your weapon is badass.
Oh, it does 2d8, man.
I don't know what that means, but it's badass.
Oh, I like the base damage for the weapon is 2d8.
I know. I was speaking as me.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that stone giant, after getting slashed and cut down by these 7 dwarves, he's feeling like he's made a mistake.
You ain't Snow White, biatch.
Oh, Jander.
All right, I'm going to attempt to shoot with my hand crossbow again. Or
Okay.
can I stay within 15 feet of Fletch and get into 30 feet range with the giants?
Hell yeah, you can.
All right. And that's a giant whopping 3. So never mind. I'm throwing the dice out. Sorry. Going
Fletch is just
away.
like, I thought you were a cleric. Don't you have magic?
Yeah, I hear that's bad to use.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry about that. Kind of my fault.
Well,
Everyone put him on a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Is that your turn, Jander?
That's my turn.
Stone giants. I should have put more of them. They are apparently not that hard to fight. Okay.
Sure they are. We just happen to hit like 50
Everything.
and 70 and
like
30.
gods.
All right. So one giant's going to attack Remus.
18 is the number.
18's the number, you say.
It is.
I am looking at the wrong stats. Well, one of them is going to hit you.
Okay. They both try to hit at me?
No, just the one.
How bad are you looking, Remus?
I'm super full. I haven't been hit.
Oh.
I'm really looking good still. But I might piss my pants.
This combat has only lasted like 18 seconds.
Yeah. This is the top of the third round.
14, 21. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As he
22 for me.
smashes you. What?
22.
Okay. Yeah, because your armor. So you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as he smashes this tree against you.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is going to attack Revjack.
Got a 20.
He misses.
All right.
So he just swings at you and he hits the ground behind you.
Oh, you're going to pay for that shit, big guy.
And that's their turn. So the other one's going to attack the veteran that he was fighting before. And he hits. For 23 damage. The veteran's still standing strong though he's seen better days. And with that, we go to Remus.
Okay, bonus action. I put my Slayer spray on the on the stone giant that has already been hurt by Ref Jack.
Oh, one more thing before we jump over to that. How much is the fire damage?
D6.
Okay.
Good point. I
So-
forgot they were on fire.
So the one that you hit with it only takes 1 damage, but the other one takes 6.
Okay.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay, so I have a 25 to hit, and I put my Slayer spray on the one that Ref Jack hit.
Okay. Well, the one he. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
you turn around and you hit the other one behind you.
he takes 18 slashing damage plus a d6. which is 5, so 23 damage. And I hit again.
Okay, so it's another 15
Oh man, that's a 19.
to hit, or
That's a crit, yeah.
okay, so that's
Like
another
the
64 or 48.
I think it's 54 because it's 48
yeah.
plus
Yeah,
it's 54.
Okay, and then your Slayer's Prey.
No, I can only use that once per turn, and I already used it on my first
Okay.
attack.
Again, you pull the same technique that you did before, and the other stone giant, although he was right there watching, didn't pick it up, and you almost cleave off his fucking face. His chin is just hanging off. You shouldn't be too laughing. Like his tongue, like almost slurps out of his mouth and almost lands on you.
Sorry, I'm really happy about 2 crits in a row. That's really cool. Okay, that's my
And
turn.
Revjack, this stone giant is very weakened, low to the ground.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. So I'm gonna swing it around and do like an overhead where it comes down on. Actually, he's standing up, isn't he?
No, he's actually kneeling down. He just
All
got
right.
his face almost chopped off.
And he's on fire.
So I'm gonna move back 5 feet and I'm gonna run up a little bit and jump up, and with both my hands I'm gonna swing my fucking axe head over top and try and catch him in his head. I'm just gonna attack. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck, I forgot about that. I'm gonna take a -5 and do an extra 10 points of damage.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Shit! I rolled a nat 20. All right.
What the fuck?
Here
That's
we
it.
go.
That's it. Okay,
That's 8.
that's at least 4 crit
It's like
hits on
4
the giants.
crits.
8 13 is
Can't win against the dice.
21.
Hey, I did roll 2 nat ones.
You're
I
making
rolled
up
a nat
for it.
1 for initiative.
All right, so that's 26 points of damage.
So you do this overhead swing. You wrap the blade, the head, and then the chain around its neck. You pull down on it, and it's too weak to give you any fight. And you just rip the blade around its neck, and it just tears off. And when the blade lands beside you, and the head just spins around in the air and lands beside you as well, and rolls away.
All right.
Well done, Riff Jake. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. So my next attack, I'm going to run over to within 10 feet of the next one, and I'm going to try. I'm just going to hit him. I'm going to take the -5 to hit, though. Do an extra 10. Actually, you know what? My bad. That wasn't 26. That was 36 points of damage.
Yeah,
So
you forgot the
fucking
10.
Okay, that's a 16. That's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
That hits.
All right. So it's 8 plus 5. That's 13. So 23.
23 will hit. And, or sorry, 20 was hit, and 23 is damage, and blah, 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 blah.
Did you add the 10 if you took the -5?
No, that was it. I did 'cause
normal.
It was 8 points plus 5, which is 13.
I see.
Then I had so 23.
All right, so the giant you just hit, he's not looking too good either. He's on fire. He's taking a lot of hits, and he doesn't really know what's going on. He's just trying to scream, but he's just taking these hits and grunting instead.
Sweet.
Kind of feel bad now.
I don't.
Okay.
So,
Fuck that.
Fletch.
I'll run up the Jander so he has some moving room. And I'll just shoot 2 arrows at the giant. Oh, I got a 17 and a 28.
Those will both hit.
Okay. For a total of 13 points of piercing damage. Those rolls sucked.
He didn't like those. Just both of them kind of just go into his arm.
Mm.
And the veterans, if they don't have much more work to do on this guy. One hit, another longsword hit, both miss, short sword hit, longsword hit, longsword hits, short sword hits, and the last one, longsword hits. So I'm not even gonna roll. These veterans just start slicing at the legs until eventually the giant that initiated this fight finally falls over. And they start making their way over towards you guys. And you just see the 7 dwarves and the one that just got hit a couple times. He's just coughing up blood. And Jander.
The one that's coughing up blood, I'll go and dump a healing potion down his throat.
I don't
run
think you
into
can.
a wall.
Ka-funk.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, could you drop that thing so I could?
Are all the giants dead now?
Just one is standing, and he's a little preoccupied with being on fire.
Well,
Well, if you prefer to wait, I mean, I can always bring him back from the dead.
well, I think it has to be my turn before I can do it.
I'll let
Okay.
you use your reaction for it. It's just hitting a button, I think.
Yeah, it is just hitting a button. I'm just double checking. Yeah, the DM says I can do it, then I can do it. Yeah, as a reaction, I can turn it off.
Okay. I'm going to do something useful and go dump a healing potion down this dwarf's throat.
Okay, you meet him halfway. Again, you're running around the giant. He's not interested in attacking you.
Okay. And he gets back 7 hit points.
Okay, some of his wounds heal, but most of it doesn't. And he says, "Thank you, young lad."
Not a problem.
All right. Top of the round. The giant, he just is going to swing at Remus. And hits. Actually, he's not going to do that. He's going to pick him up. Remus, make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
That's so cool. Okay, let's do this. Please be good. 19.
All right. He picks you up. And you're going to have to roll really high because he just throws you straight up in the air. How far
Again?
can he throw? I'm gonna make an attack roll on his part. So your AC is 18?
Yeah.
He throws you up 60 feet in the air. You are now 70 feet in the air.
And speaking of which, just because I'm being a dick, the giant should have took more fire damage. And does that also mean Remus took fire damage?
Remus, make me the dexterity save.
12.
That fails, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's
So
a 14.
you're on fire when it picks you up. You take 3 points of fire damage, and then it tosses you up in the air. And you're 70
Okay.
feet in the air.
That's probably going to kill me.
You
Can I catch him?
you can try.
Okay.
It's Remus, it's your turn. You are 70 feet in the air, or at least flying to that height, and you are looking down, and things are really small for you.
You can survive that. It's only 7.
I am going to use second wind and restore some HP because that's basically all I can do.
Man, this is a nice view.
I mean, I don't know. I cannot use my cloak of protection as like some sort of shoot. So that is going to be really bad.
Bat Remus.
Mm.
No.
I have a bonus action I didn't use last turn. Can I move underneath him
No,
to break his fall?
no.
But you regain as a bonus action. That's the first time I'm using this, so sorry. 1d10 plus your fighter level. Okay.
Don't you have a decanter of water?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you make the geyser shoot up and catch your fall?
10. I restore 19 hit points because I rolled a 10. Can I do that? I don't even know if I can. Is that a thing?
No.
I'm just standing back there with Jander looking up saying, yeah, this is going to hurt.
Well, free action, I'm going to scream.
I mean, you can shoot at them if you want.
How do I do this with my greatsword? And I cannot swap weapons while in midair, can I?
Well, you can aim yourself to land on his face.
I will try and like stick my sword to the ground, like hoping that I fall in his face. And I hope he doesn't move during the next 6 turns.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Wait a minute.
You drop down. Once you
Let's
hit this height and your turn ends, you drop down 30 feet. Rev Jack.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna do my 2 attacks. Take the -5. That's gonna be a 24 for the first one,
Okay.
and it'll be a 17 for the second one. All right. First one, 8 plus 5 is 13. 23 for the first attack. 12 plus 17. 27 for the next attack.
Okay, you kill it. How do you want to kill it?
I want to chop his ass to where he's falling, and Remus will land on him on the way down.
My man.
Okay.
So I want to take both his kneecaps out from underneath him. Actually, I'll drop a superiority die to trip attack him.
I don't want to knock him prone.
Well, I mean, I want to trip him on the last attack, which makes him fall anyways. Helps him fall the way I want him to fall.
Okay.
That's another 7 points if he... Well, he's already dead anyways, but...
So, with combat over?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Or actually, I have an action I want to try.
Okay.
Okay, so Remus is still 40 feet off the ground.
Yes.
And burning.
Okay. And on fire. Okay. I'm going to use the cube of force for something it probably was never meant to be used for. I want it. This isn't going to help much, but it might help some. I basically want to run underneath where Remus is going to land. And I'm going to hit phase 3 again so that living matter will not go through the cube. Okay. So basically, I'm wanting Remus to land on the cube. Okay, it's not much, but it's 15 less feet you'll fall than you would otherwise.
All right, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh,
Me.
oh, that's good. I've got.
Remus. You're just running, so.
Okay.
You'd have to be standing on top of the giant, too, so that might be another 5 feet.
No.
Okay, so that is 23.
Okay. So you only, instead of taking 7d6, you only take 4. Not even that bad.
And you crash into an invisible barrier like 15 or 20 feet off the ground.
And I'm totally expecting to land with my sword face like front forward into the giant, and I'm like, "Ah!"
But
Smack.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you just
12?
kind of hit
Yeah.
this field and bounce off of it and land on the ground.
It's not too bad.
Good. No.
Oh.
Holy shit! What was
And then-
that?
And then once
And
he's
then you're
down,
on
I'll
fire.
turn off the cube of force again.
So
And I fall another 15?
no, you're on fire, so you take 5 points of fire damage. as you land.
I'll run over and start smacking him.
With your weapon.
No, my hands, like trying to put him out.
Okay, so combat's over. The veterans walk over to you, and they say, "Thank you for the help."
Aye.
Can I get any arrows back?
The two you shot in the ground. The two that you shot into his arm, but all the other ones are broken.
Okay.
All right. I want to take some tissue samples of the stone giants.
The fuck?
Belts.
Whatever.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna cover him too.
Okay.
Survival?
You're gonna
Yep.
what?
Roll. So who's gonna do it? Because I need somebody for survival checks.
Yeah, because I only got a 1 on survival, so you
I
got
have
better.
+6.
Okay, so I'll help you.
What are you guys doing?
I'm collecting tissue samples of the stone giant because stone giant belt of stone giant strength. You need
Oh.
something for the stone giant to make it.
Oh,
So if
I've
you're
got-
helping, my first roll is a 14, and my second roll is not any better. It's 10, so 14. It is on survival. I'm sorry, I rolled shitty.
Can I just chop my arm off? Take it with me.
No.
I'm going to look these stone giants over to see if they, I don't know, have any treasure on them.
Alright. Can I roll survival then? Just
Can I roll a medicine check to see if I can dissect what they need?
No. If medicine check would not work. You would need
Okay.
an arcana.
Arcana? I'm proficient in Arcana. I can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So,
Let's see if I
Can
can
I-
roll something. Oh my god. I'm doomed to roll nothing but ones all night long.
Every damn day.
don't give them to me. No. Just playing.
Well, I think I'm taking them for the party, and everybody else is rolling 20s.
Let me change that. Alex, can I try the survival myself?
If you want.
All right. Shit, I got a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You managed to collect the tissue samples that you're looking for.
Okay.
What did I get with a 14? No.
The same shit. I'm
Same
just
thing?
assuming that you're both working on the same project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So
I-
on
I high
the
five.
ground that the veterans were fighting, you guys find a large chest that's kind of just strapped to his back.
Okay.
And inside the chest, you will find 1,000 copper pieces.
Okay.
11,000 silver pieces.
Holy crap.
Sweet.
You'll have 2,800 gold pieces. And you will get 70 platinum pieces. As well as 6 hurt pieces, each worth 250 gold each. And inside, besides gold and wealth, you will find inside that there is a potion of heroism, a potion of mind reading, and a potion of clairvoyance.
That's a good one to have, especially since we're looking for shit.
And of course, the veterans say, "Oh, holy hell! Good thing you guys showed up, or we'd be paced, really."
Tell them in Dwarvish. Yeah, we love beating them blockheads up.
No idea what he just said. That was funny though.
Yeah. I hope we helped you guys clear the road a little bit, maybe.
He
Yeah.
says, "Well, with all these bodies around, I'm sure they'll think twice before coming down here." But enough semantics here. Why don't you come back to our camp and we can celebrate?
Yes!
That sounds good to me. We probably need a rest anyway.
Yeah, we do. I do. My back hurts from falling in the fire too.
Oh.
That hurts from listening to you, Paul. Damn it.
Yeah, my back hurts from watching it.
You need to back you out of me.
I'll make it simple on my part. All I want is the silver platinum, the 70 platinum pieces, and you guys can split up the rest. Is that okay?
I'm fine with that, man. I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
I like Jander. You have spell casting abilities, don't you?
Yep.
I'd rather you have this clairvoyance. Since you're
Let me do the math here and I'll type in how much we get, and I'm assuming we just immediately sell the art pieces. Right? Everyone cool with that? No one needs art.
Well,
Yeah, it works for me.
here's the thing, though. Do we also have to share, or do you have to share with the 7 dwarves, too, though?
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's split. Well, I'm not counting me in it, so it would still be split among 10.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be fucking. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's really weird.
That makes it easy, at least.
430. I'll just type it in, okay?
So, yeah. So you guys, they give you some ale. They share with you the simple joys of living that they have, which is some fey leaf that helps them sleep through all the fucking giants moving around, and ale and some whiskey, and of course their food from some boulette they killed on before the giants showed up.
Oh, I'll make sure to give the pseudo dragon some of that.
Oh, he's fucking loving that shit.
I don't know about the platinum pieces, but if you would only get like our 4 platinum pieces if you really wanted that, because the rest would go into the dwarves.
No, the 70 platinum was taken by Fletch.
Okay.
And do you anything spectacular you want to do with the veterans, or?
Well, I'm gonna show them the axe of the frost giant and the weapon I made out of it. Check this shit out.
They're disappointed.
Why?
They say frost giant weapons and armor is tribalistic at best, boy.
I know that, but
Boy.
it's just the point of having one of those and beating the shit out of their kin with it.
He says it is a sweet irony. I'll give you that. Ow.
Is there any, since we both like killing giants, is there any pointers you can give us? Because I know you guys have giant chopping songs. So
He says, he looks at you and he says, "Nah, we're not giant slayers by any stretch of the imagination.
well,
You
We're
are
not
you are
that
today.
good.
You are today.
Well, aye, we are now, but it's not like we have some official theme or something."
No, I just thought it was legend that dwarves hate giants.
Oh, it's a good legend, and we do have in the city nearby. We do have a guild dedicated to killing them, but we're not them.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. I'll still drink to that.
And anything else?
No, we're gonna do watch.
Okay, they tell you that they heard some werewolves nearby. So if you want to avoid them, it's best that you just stay here for the next day, and they'll pass by.
Okay.
That
Werewolf?
sounds like a good idea.
Aye, werewolves.
Adamantine weapons hurt them, don't they?
No, adamantine weapons don't hurt them.
What if they're magical?
Well, I've got silver arrows.
I do too.
Adamantine is not magic.
Oh, I know, but my weapon is magic. I'm just asking.
Okay, so
Okay.
they're just saying if you can go if you want, but just saying they're there, and the disturbances of magic lately. Not sure if you want to risk getting the lycanthropy.
I say it's up to Jander. If he's the one under this spell, depends on if he can wait a day or if he's got to go on.
What are you guys gonna do for a day?
Well, we're gonna need to get some new weapons, obviously, with the gold that we just got.
Ah,
I say I've got a year, so
Oh,
I don't think taking a day is going to put too much of a detriment in it.
okay.
well, I have a great axe that I made. It's masterwork. If they want to buy it.
No, they want dwarven craft.
Fair enough.
And plus, if they go back there and they tell them, and they bring back proof they killed a giant, they might get put into that order they were just telling you about.
Okay. Sweet. Is that a dwarven only?
Aye, for the most part. No non-dwarf has ever made it into the ranks.
Initiation?
He says usually requires a certain amount of respect and nobility first.
I got you.
So you wait a day, and you
Yeah.
spend time in their company. I'll have to roll.
Well, I'll help them mend their armor.
So nothing. Yeah, you guys spend the day just repairing your stuff, and the next day rolls around, nothing happens, and you look around for the wolves, but they're not there anymore. And you set forth on your journey.
Okay.
Going nice. Really good. How's your pet dragon doing, Fletch?
He's eating well, so he seems to like it. I'm not sure he's a pet, but
Well,
And he says in
companion.
Remus's head, "And I'm not a dragon."
Well, whose head? Did it just speak to my head? Like, he's
Yes.
confused. Well, isn't that a compliment? Can you hear me? Where is he?
Yes. What?
What?
huh?
Where is it?
Are you hearing voices?
Yeah, I am. It's really, really weird.
I got a ring that'll help with that.
And then the pseudo dragon says to Jander, he's already weird enough as it is. He doesn't need help.
Hey, I'm not too bad.
You didn't hear that.
But you said he says.
He can't actually talk. He speaks through telepathy.
Oh, alrighty, sorry. My bad. Well, that is weird. I hope that stops. Well, never mind. Anyone else hearing this?
And the pseudo dragon's looking to Fletch and he says, He's not the brightest boy. Do you think I should keep messing with him?
Yes. By all means.
So,
Remus, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not hearing voices.
Oh my god, I really need to see Silver again. I think something might be wrong with me.
every now and then throughout the day, you keep hearing just noises. It starts out like getting your attention, like a snap in the woods, like, psst, or just noises, and you look over, like, what's there?
What was that?
And then, like, when you go to investigate, like, lean around the corner of the carriage, you just hear like this loud trombone noise, like, and it's like, God damn it, he's fucking with me again.
Would I know? Like, would I figure? I probably would figure it out, but how long would it take me to figure it out? I would probably say like half a day.
Okay, so half a day of him fucking around with you, you finally get the idea.
Wait a second, it's Remus. So it shouldn't be like 3 days?
He has time. There's nothing happening. For
I
the
mean,
next-
I'm not doing anything but driving, so I could think about it. You know, I'm not really multitasking. So I can focus on, am I being really stupid or am I being haunted? I don't know. What is this?
Maybe it's the horses that are talking to you.
He's got an intelligence of 10. He's not that retarded. Okay, I'll give you 1 day. 1.5, and that's my last offer.
2.
1.5.
Okay, so
Okay.
after 2 days or a day and a half, do you accuse him?
Do I what?
Do you accuse him of doing what you tell him?
Oh,
He
no,
does?
not really accusing him. Like, I would point it out. I'm like, I got it. It's your dragon pet, isn't it? That's like the only thing that changed from like this whole ride ever since I started.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, roll
Really?
me an insight. Roll me an insight.
You might just be adding days there.
No, roll me an insight. You see the pseudo
Fucking
dragon.
10. 10.
Yeah, you're looking at the pseudo dragon, and it looks like it's asleep. And you're like, how can it speak to me in my mind if it's asleep?
That is so weird.
And I rolled a 15 on deception.
You're like, he can't read your mind if he's asleep.
I'm not, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can't be, and he's asleep too, so I think something might not be right with me. And he's like entirely serious and now, like concerned.
Okay.
I think I'm being haunted.
Maybe you got some kind of giant disease or something.
Does that exist? Can I
I
read
don't-
the Bible on this, please?
Roll me insight.
I
Roll me
am
another
so
deception.
bad on inside.
Roll me another deception.
Remus is not the character to put with Fletch because Fletch will totally screw with you.
15.
What's Fletch's deception again?
Oh, he got a 15.
Did you roll a new one, or is that?
Oh, my new one? Oh, my new one, I got a modified 20.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that
exists.
exists.
Giant disease.
That is. Are you sure? Does that kill me? Is that lethal? I think I need to see a priest. Or cleric. Or someone. Am I gonna die? I don't want to die. Why did I get this disease? Is it because I touched him?
Nope.
Something. I had blood
Nope.
in my.
Well, remember the doors were talking about lycanthropy? Maybe you got that somehow.
You're saying I'm turning into a werewolf?
Maybe.
But we haven't encountered any werewolves. That doesn't make sense.
But
You just say stone giant disease.
But we don't know if the giants had encountered the werewolves.
Oh. So, now he's hysterical and thinks he's gonna die.
Okay.
At this point,
Nothing.
at this point, Jander just can't take it anymore. He just basically falls out of the carriage laughing.
Okay, now you think that it's funny that I'm like terminally ill.
Well, I don't
That
think
is not funny.
I don't think lycanthropy is a terminal illness. I mean,
Yeah, with the stone
don't die
giant
from
sickness, like, I mean, I need to see someone who can tell me what's wrong with me. Like, why would I hear voices in my head? Is that how it starts? Or is
my
this
God.
already the second stage?
Oh my God, you're hearing voices still?
Yes, I am.
Man, that's I'm sorry. You have next of kin?
Not really.
Okay, so while you're discussing his potential next of kin for the next 3 days,
No, I'm gonna tell him like that they should give my belongings to Misha.
Oh,
And
and
like I would like try to write a letter, but I don't have anything to write on, so I would ask and would probably write down my final will.
and Fletch would totally keep this up for the whole 3 days.
okay, Pseudo Dragon's in on it. He's passing you like any like ink that you might have, and even if he doesn't, like, you don't have any ink amongst the entire party, he'll like squeeze out some like venom from his stinger and like mix it with mud so it looks like ink. Just smear it.
He's like legitimately getting sad that he's gonna die and never see anyone again. Or
Power
turn
of
or whatever.
deception. So
This is gonna be my last ride, guys. I'm gonna take care of it.
you're going on about your last will and what belongings you have when you see two snakes floating through the forest, and they both have rainbow wings as they are just soaring around. And when they spot your horses, they look over to you and see you.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is it. I'm hallucinating too.
What are you seeing?
Two flying snakes with wings. But it doesn't matter anymore.
I think you had too much dwarven ale.
I didn't drink.
The Coatl says, "Hello there."
Hello, flying snake that I'm just imagining. How are you?
Well, you could prove your innocence by getting the others to see us.
How would I do that? Like, can
By
any one of you
telling-
see? Can any one of you see those flying snakes out there? I doubt it, but
Jander looks at the party and goes, "What snakes?"
Okay, the two Coatls are just snickering to themselves.
yeah, I know you weren't just like something my mind made up. I'm probably gonna turn tonight and then just start eating people and
Oh, don't worry. I've got silver arrows.
They say, well, if you don't believe us, then the one of them just kind of shakes his wings and his snake-like body, and it starts to rain in the area.
rainbow rain. That's at least something that looks not that horrible as last picture. That's a sweet if. Or turn.
Well, what
Good.
brings you out this way?
Us? We're on the way to Starfall to get some to help a friend.
Oh. Wow, isn't that interesting?
Is
What's your
it
friend name?
my friend's name? His name is Jander, and he has this quest where he has to build a sword, I think, or some kind of weapon for his god or something. Why am I talking to myself?
Well, you're talking to us.
Yeah, but I'm just imagining you. That's just because I'm crazy, you know. No one else can see you, so.
He's just looking. The two Coatls look at each other, then look back at you, and he says, "This is what we're doing."
What are you doing?
You really believe we're fake?
I don't know. I've never seen flying snakes before. And everything else, like during the past 3 days, is, like, I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore.
Well, we're real. I like how nobody is just acknowledging them. By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
Do I see him?
yeah, they're flying in front of the carriage.
I
And
didn't
I
know if he was.
literally asked you fucking guys, can you see them?
Well, I'd probably be riding next to him. Is there space enough up in the front to walk to ride next to Remus?
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, hey, how are you guys doing?
Well, trying to convince your friend that we're real.
Or you
I
can
look-
see them
look,
too, Rifty?
Like Remy, they're real.
They're real? So I'm not imagining this?
You're not imagining this.
Holy crap, what are you?
Well, your kin.
Unless you
Oh,
infected Revjack.
No.
We are called Kaodal in your tongue.
Oh, can I make a? I don't know. What would I make? An Arcana check?
Arcana, knowledge, or religion. Any one of them will work.
Let's see. Either one's about the same. So I got a 16.
They. Which one?
Oh, I think it was Arcana.
On Arcana, you know that they're very magical creatures. Just all like and so magical, in fact, that they do know magic. As through they do know spell casting, and all of their attacks are considered magical. So even their physical bodies are magical.
Are they good beings?
You won't know that from an Arcana check.
I have a 15 on religion.
You would know that they're good creatures, and that usually spotting one is a sign of great luck and fortune.
Oh, I remember. I remember hearing about you. Aren't you like good omens or something?
Yes.
So what are your guys' names?
Why the fuck do you have to ask the name of Yodels?
Because I'm gonna write that down in Revjack's history.
They're gonna tell you that they're gonna say they close their eyes and they look back at all of you and they say, "We're not interested in telling you our names."
Okay.
Do you know by any chance if I'm really sick?
They look at each other and they say, "Well, we can do this," and they fly up. Roll me an Arcana check.
I got an 18 on that one.
Me too.
I won't tell you. Yeah, it won't tell you anything. You know they're casting some sort of healing spell, and with a touch of their feather, as they glide by, they are going to cast Greater Restoration on you. And that is all they do. And then they return back to their spots.
May I ask something?
Sure.
I know it's going to be far out there, but can I have one of your feathers as proof that I've met one of you? I mean, I don't think I've met anyone that's ever met one of you kind, or either of you. I know, it's part of you, but still, I think that'd be awesome. It'd be something to tell my grandkids.
I will.
And it's not a feather, just something.
Very well. And one of them flies like more like floats over to you,
Mhm.
but he extends his wing over to you.
Okay. Is there any particular one? I don't want to grab one that's going to affect anything on here.
Just the bottom one will be fine.
All right. I grab one and pull it out as easy as I can.
Okay. You pluck one and then it moves away.
Awesome. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow, did you guys just heal me?
Yes, we did.
I'm not gonna die?
No.
No, you're
Yes,
not
I love my life. Oh my god, I'm not gonna die. Did you hear that, Ref Jake? I am not going to die.
And
Yeah.
you're not going to turn into a werewolf.
And I'm not gonna turn into a werewolf. Or anything else for that matter. Because I am healthy. I love life. I am so happy to be alive.
And you won't be hearing voices in your head anymore.
Yeah, no more voices. I'm sane. I'm good and sane.
Well, your journey from here on out is mostly safe. So we hope to see you again sometime.
I hope so too. Thank you very much.
Thank
Guys,
you.
You honor me big time.
I appreciate your help and thank you. You gave me very much new hope for this second life of mine. Thank you.
Is there anything we can do for your creatures?
No.
Okay.
Just
Well, if you
survive.
if you can fly around and all that, if you ever need help, I'm pretty sure you can find us and we'll help you.
Well, if you want us to find you for help, why don't you tell us your name?
My name is Remus.
I'm Jander.
I'm Fletch.
I'm Rev Jack.
Interesting fates you have. We will keep an eye on you.
That's very
Thank you.
nice.
And they then fly away with that.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty dope.
I'm gonna braid that feather into my hair.
Rip Jake, I'm not gonna die. I am so happy. This is like literally probably the second best day of my life because it's still a day of my life that I'm gonna live and not be dead.
I'm never gonna die because I got one of these feathers on me. It's good luck. Hell yeah.
So, about a few hours later, you park your vehicle by a very large tree with a pretty amazing canopy as it blocks out most of the rain. As you guys are getting your campfire lit, I will have you guys roll me the perception check.
I got a 24.
It's broken. It's got to be broken. That is the 5th natural one tonight.
Oh my God.
Just do them in Discord, man.
I don't know how.
Here, I'll type it out for you. Hit that's the start of it. You hit a exclamation mark, R, space, and then D, and then whatever size dice that you want, and then you can hit a plus, and then whatever modifier you want, and then hit enter, and it'll pop up.
All right, I will attempt that.
All right.
Or you could just roll this because this is really OP and also cool looking.
So you light the fire, and that site. So you guys light the fire, and you hear a voice say, "Oh, who's doing that?" And you look over and you see this face kind of emerge from the tree.
Oh,
I
we're
draw my
sorry.
shield.
Is this
Okay.
Rev Jack could be like, would you like us to put this out?
He says, just move it a bit further away. It's a
Yeah.
little hot.
Okay, I'll move the
Okay.
fire.
I'll help him move the fire.
Is the
Okay.
tree talking?
Yes, the tree is talking.
Ah.
I'll walk back over
Oh,
the tree. Hello,
Thank
sir.
you. So much
What?
better.
How are you doing?
I am doing well. With the rain comes great nutrients, and the forest is safe for now.
You
Is there
need more water, sir.
No, I do not need more water. It is raining out. I know that my canopy is quite thick, so you would never feel the rain there, but I assure you, it's raining.
Well, we appreciate your canopy.
Yeah,
Very
your
nice.
shelter.
Thanks.
So, what's your name?
Fucking Jesus Christ.
How about tree?
No.
Trina?
Here we
How
go.
about Okul?
You Herb.
Treebeard?
You Herb.
You Herb.
You, Herb?
I met you Herb too. So, I know you're a tree, but what kind of tree are you? I mean, I've never seen a tree like you before. It's quite awesome.
He says most of us just don't come to this moving plane very often. I decided to come and take a look, and the neighbors are very friendly,
Ah,
except for those pesky orcs, always trying to stir up trouble.
is there some nearby?
No, they're further up north. The dragon keeps them away.
Ah, what kind of dragon is it?
Oh, well, perhaps a day away from here, in a pond nearby, there's a gold dragon just resting underneath the water.
Wow.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Which direction?
I believe it's on your way there. You just have to head a little bit north. But once you hit maybe about a mile away, just continue heading towards that town over there,
Do
and
you
you'll
have?
make it.
Do you happen to know the dragon's name?
No, it's lost to me at the moment. I know it does a couple flybys now and then, but mostly it just keeps to itself, not wanting to draw human attention.
Yeah. Uh, if you have the option of moving around, you might not want to stay on this plane very long.
Well, I don't have that much of a choice now. We have a choice when we're on the Fey realm, but once we make our decisions and make our routes, we are kind of stuck here.
Is there any way we can help you?
Not particularly.
Can you communicate with others in the Fey room?
Not anymore.
Oh.
So, if we could help you, what would we have to do?
Well, you'd have to find me a wizard strong enough to send me home.
Would we know one in the guild?
Pingus would be the first guess.
Adrian might be able to.
And then there's Teluthius would be a potential candidate, but he's not a member of the guild.
Jubei might be able to.
Sure.
Well, he's not. Let me think.
So,
Hmm.
I've heard some news from a couple of flying rainbow snakes. Your plant needs some help, little one. And he actually like twists himself to face towards Jander.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid I'm going to need all the help I can get.
He says, well, it may not be much right now, but if you plan on making something out of wood, I can help you.
Would you be willing to do so?
Oh, I would.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, you're a funny
God,
one.
that was bad. That took me way too long. Fuck. God, I just got it.
You
I'm like,
killed
why
me, you Herb.
noises? Oh, I would. God, fucking damn it.
You heard that is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
But in all seriousness, I have tried growing some new trents around in the area, and I've had met an unfortunate accident, and one of them has met their demise too. Brave orcs who decided to kill one of my younglings.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there
Yes, it's
anything we can do
true.
to salvage him?
Well, I heard from those Keodal before that you were plan on making a grand weapon, and I would hope that you could perhaps take its body and put it to some use.
It would be my honor.
He smiles as the bark kind of like gnarls, and he says, "Good. It would be nice to be part of some great prophecy for a change. The last time I was part of some prophecy, it was to some soul child with an annoying fairy that traveled with him. Don't know what happened to that boy. Hope he's safe.
What was his name?
That's centuries ago. I can't remember every detail." But I don't think I should keep you awake too much longer. You need all the energy you can get.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Somebody got a spare torch?
I have a lot of torches. 10. You want all of them?
We got a campfire going.
Yeah.
Gravjack will hug the tree.
Oh,
This is, the
well.
only, this is the only time I'll ever get to hug a real tree that's alive. Sorry.
He actually pulls one of his arms out. And he pats you on the back.
He's like, man, you're awesome. I thought seeing those flying snakes was cool, but I think I'm definitely going to tell my grandkids about this.
Well, just wait until you get to the pond.
I'm sure a dragon's cool, but still.
Feels like some sort of fairy tale.
Yeah. Like they write books about trees that talk.
I was meant to be alive. I was meant to see all this. I'm so glad for the second chance.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure they have more interesting things to write about than talking trees.
So far, no.
Well, I believe I will be writing about some talking tree.
Right. I have a question. Well, actually, more of a request.
Oh.
He says, Reorex, like, I have a special someone in my life, and I think I'm going to ask her to marry me soon. Could I get a ring? Could you make a ring out of wood for me?
I would not do that.
Okay.
No.
Wah, wah.
He says, "You can take some bark from me if you like, but I would appreciate it if you took it from my youngling. I'm sure a little piece of bark and wood Jander could spare."
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, you could totally weave this feather into the ring too. That would be so super awesome. I think she would really like that.
And just so you know, the Trent, the youngling Trent, is a CR of, or has a hit dice of 12, so he is competent for very rare magical item quality.
All right. What's he called? You
The
broke up a little bit.
Trents, I said Trents are competent for very rare magic crafting because their hit dice is 12.
All right.
Sweet.
Hey, yeah. So, Ripjake, how did you think about doing it?
I don't know. I don't know if she would right now.
And I really tried, but then we kind of broke up, and then it kind of we figured things out again. It was really difficult. I hope yours goes better. Well, we're engaged anyways, so.
Ooh, that's cool.
Amazing.
So, and with that, so you guys go sleep under the protection of this Trent.
I'll sleep against the tree.
Okay.
As will I.
It's okay. It's pretty comforting to know that there's this actually pretty significantly powerful creature watching over you while you rest. And when you wake up, you notice that some of the trees have moved around you, almost forming a small barrier.
Well, that's nifty.
Once you wake up, they get up and they move away and go back to where they were originally rooted.
Thank you, dear friend. I had a great sleep. Felt very protected.
He says that's what happens when you rest under an oak tree.
I gotta try that more often.
And
Well, we should head out.
So you follow the treant's instructions, and it takes you 3 days to get there. But eventually, you come across a very mossy pond.
Can we drive around it?
Should we approach the pond?
I do.
Yeah, Fletch is going to.
Hello.
Okay. Roll
Yeah.
me perception checks or investigation.
All right.
All right.
Got
17.
got a 21.
Okay. So you guys are looking around this pond, and on the other side of it, who rolled the 21?
I did.
On the other side, you see what looks like a very noble-looking knight, and he's standing on the other side, and he says, "Who are you over there?"
Just mere travelers.
Just travelers.
And he says, "And what is your names?"
Noomsy.
I am Fletch.
Jander.
I see. Then it is you who is looking after me.
Look after you.
Sorry, my common is a bit rusty. And he says, give me but a moment. And he jumps into the pond. And you see what looks like something swimming in the water. And then and it starts coming up towards you. And as it comes up towards you, you see that it has a nice golden shine to it. And a gold dragon pulls itself out of the pond and walks in front of you, dripping wet of water.
I'll go down to a knee.
Fletch just drops to his knees, and he's not sobbing, but there are tears rolling out of his eyes now.
The pseudo dragon's like, oh shit, and he goes into your backpack.
Remus bows down.
It's looking to you all, and it says, good day.
I am so sorry.
What for, mortal?
Recently, one of your kind was slain, and I tried to prevent it, and I was too late.
I've heard the tales from Silver Oak, and it is bothersome to know that one of my own kin has been slain for this accursed creature to walk across our plains. But if he could not stop it, even with the aid of someone as worthy as you, then there's not much to be blamed. Their preparations, as far as I understand, have been quite extreme. They have many powerful allies to assist them. It's a shame that not more could be used to help them. And you, when it mattered most.
I called out for help, and the only ones who came were your kind.
I did not hear such a call. From my understanding, it was quite far away for me, too far away for me to hear.
It was. Silver Oak Heart came and helped. But in the end, I and my companions were not strong enough to prevent it from happening.
But from what I hear from the woods, is that you plan on crafting a weapon.
Yes,
a weapon of great magnitude and power.
Yes.
You will need the proper reagents for such a weapon. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. The treant gave one of his lost children.
Ugh. Crime in itself. Most mortals do not know what they do by destroying such a harmless creature. And with that, we will strike at the heart of evil today. But first, I will require but a barrel.
You need a barrel?
Indeed I do. For
I have a barrel.
For
There's
what
the
I
barrel.
plan on bestowing upon you, most mortals would only dream of. So you must keep it a secret.
Remus will get up and get back into the carriage and take out the barrel and place it like in front of the dragon and then get the fuck out again.
Okay. He removes the lid with just a single claw. And he says, and with my blood, you will have my fire. And he slices open his talon, and blood starts dripping into the barrel.
Oh, wow.
He breathes a small tuft of fire into the barrel, and you can see smoke come out of it. And it starts letting out a golden shine before he breathes another tuft onto his hand, his talon, to seal his wound. He puts the lid back on and he says, "And it is done."
We thank you for this.
I'll try to carry the
Great
barrel.
honor.
He says, "If I hadn't known that the call was made, I would have flown there myself. This will be, hopefully, enough time to compensate for your effort." And he says, as for another blessing that I would give what appears to be a chosen of Bahamut." And he plucks a scale from his own skin and hands it to Fletch.
Fletcher will take it, and he just holds it in his hands, and he's looking down at it. And like I said, he's literally, there's just like silent tears pouring down his face.
And he says, "Hopefully in the battle towards the future, we will be able to set aside our differences as immortals and mortal and face off against the divine and correct the mistakes of the past."
Dragons are awesome.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
So mechanically speaking, this dragon is a hit dice of 19. His blood qualifies the weapon to be a legendary weapon.
Holy crap.
He says, "Hopefully, young Jander, after you create this weapon and attain enough power to do so, that you find a worthy wielder to exact the justice that has been overlooked by the gods."
Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
He says, "The journey from here on forth is safe. I hope that you don't have any accidents on the way there."
Thank you.
Reorex will put his hand up.
What are you expecting him to do?
I was like, "Can I ask you a question?"
He says, "Yes."
He's like, "Can I have a ride on your back?" He's like looking at you like you're like fucking like the most awesome thing he's ever seen in his life. Please.
He looks over all of you. Roll me persuasion.
Oh man. You roll something that he didn't do that.
Maybe someone can assist.
I got a 17.
He eyes you up and he says, "I see your honesty, and know that it would be a great joy."
I'll tell my
That's
grandkids about it.
He says, "But I cannot publicly announce myself yet. Not while the presence of evil is strong. There are many good forces in Starfall that protect it from the giants as well as the denizens of chaos. But unfortunately, I'm one of them, and I cannot afford to have my identity released and my location revealed until such time is of their defeat."
I promise we won't tell.
He's like, "I'll give my life to make sure that you're not known where you're at."
He says, "I would greatly appreciate that, but it would be quite foolish on my part. It's hard to hide the identity and location of a shining, shimmering creature flying through the sky."
He's like, "All right." He's
And
like,
it's not me that I would be worried about. If Darzanon is really released upon the world, he will be seeking other dragons like myself to fuel his own destructive needs. And if I revealed myself, I would only summon death and destruction here."
He's like, "All right."
Promise I won't tell.
He's like, "Can I get a hug at least?"
I do not see why not. And he lowers his head and
He like
pushes
runs
it
towards
against
you, like skipping like a little kid. He's like, hey. He's like, hell yeah, I'm like a little kid. And he's like, when are you ever gonna get to hug a real gold dragon? And he hugs you.
Jandar, this is important. I
Okay.
put it in the text.
Okay.
As
Well,
well
Remus,
as
I am jotting it down.
Remus will take the barrel and put it in the back of the carriage.
okay, it's really heavy. It's not water, it's blood, so it's pretty heavy.
Well, Fletch
Someone help me here.
will help him.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know about dragon blood, but human blood only weighs like 10 pounds per gallon. Now, why I know that, that's, a whole nother thing.
I was just wondering that. I'm like, that's a really weird thing to know. But that's fine.
I used to donate plasma all the time, and they used to have odd little facts about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Believable story. Or
At least that's
something.
what everybody needs to know.
So he says, but destiny is ready to take its grip upon you too, at least. I hope that you will make it there. The Coyotl and I are a small agreement, and we work together to keep this place safe. If you told them your name, or they probed your minds for your name, they will tell me when you need help. They are at least a lot more reliable than apparently the gods that would abandon us when we need it most.
Remus holds up his hand as to, I want to ask a question. Why?
Yes.
So Fletch has this pet tiny dragon, and I was wondering, do they have the ability to like speak into my mind?
Oh, that little thing, and he kind of just glares at the pseudo dragon, who now goes back to hiding in his backpack.
Yeah, that.
He says, yes, they have the ability to peer and speak into your mind.
Even when they sleep.
No. Even little reckless creatures like them require rest. But they can't do it while they are resting.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you very much.
He says, and since I know your names, it is best that I tell you mine. My name is Toldro, and I am not the strongest dragon that resides here in this area, but I am hailed as the champion of dragons. And I will do what I can to assist you. I'll copy it again for Sandra's sake.
We thank you for all the help you've given us so far.
And if the Dark Queen ever decides to interfere with you or your plans to remove Darzanon, then feel free to summon me. One of my Coyotls, I will have them watch over you. We will not be present immediately, but they are scrying and keeping an eye out. So I will not have you fall. And even if you do, you can be assured that I will be watching and I will recover you when I can.
Well, thank you. I have a feeling I will be crossing paths with the Dark Queen eventually. For some reason or other, her destiny and mine seem to be entwined.
as they are.
Former fiance of mine, worshiper of a mad, chaotic, evil god, wants to destroy the world and kill everything.
You're attracted to weird things, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I like the bad girls.
Yep. Took it up a notch too high there.
You should meet my current girlfriend. That's
No.
if she's not dumped me by now.
I think Remus has already met her. It's just she didn't
Yeah.
announce it.
Yeah.
The Toldro, he looks at all of you and he says, "But we cannot delay this meeting any further. You have a weapon to forge. It won't be forged at this pond."
Thank you, Great One.
And he kind of listens around and he says, "I am needed elsewhere. I am being summoned by high elves in the Furbolg. It seems that the orcs have been quite relentless to them lately. But that is my problem." And you see him, a bright flashing golden light appear around him, and when it dissipates, he is the knight once again. And he says, "I must be off to go defend their land."
Farewell, old dragon.
And fare thee well, mortal creatures. I
And,
hope that I will fight along your side in the future.
and Fletch totally like prostrates himself on the ground. It almost looks like he's praying almost.
Dragons are so freaking awesome.
Yes.
And he says, "You do not need to bow to me. Bahamut tells me of your recent services and actions. It is I who should be bowing to you." And he bows, almost as if he was in some sort of court. And he says, "If only I was allowed to take as open action as you, Fletch. But where we are allowed to fly glamorously through the sky, you can remain hidden and undetected by our forces." And he looks to everyone and he says, "Well, I believe it's time that you collect your friend before he pledges something that he shouldn't."
Yep, come on, Fletch, let's go. We gotta go. No time crying and sitting around on the ground. Let's go. Come on, chop chop.
He'll go. He climbs in the wagon,
And
the cart, carriage.
Revjack's still hugging him. No, it's me.
okay,
He was hugging him when he turned into the knight. He's like, "Oh, sorry, lost me."
he says, "It's not a bother."
He's like, "All right, see you later. Kick that ass." He runs over to the wagon and gets it, or next to Remus.
He opens up his golden wings and flies toward in a direction, but he's low flying. He's not flying really high.
Remus gets back into the driver's seat and continues driving once everyone's in.
And you'll be happy to know I randomly rolled all of those things.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a very benevolent trip.
When we get a couple of miles down the road, Fletch is going to take out that bottle of whiskey he had, pop it open, and he's going to just hold it outside a window and pour it out.
The pseudo dragon is just watching you and he says, "Wow, that's messed up."
And then he corks the bottle and puts it back in his bag. He's not going to litter the forest. Not this one, anyway.
So the journey from here on out is actually pretty safe. You do encounter some centaurs, but when they almost instinctively know, like, when they see you, and they just move aside.
Wow. Really feels like we're being watched, like, positively. Remus says to himself.
Do you ask the centaurs why they're helping you, or
Um, I don't know. Do we get close enough to have, like, communication?
yeah, they actually escort you for a little while, and you see some wildlife. But when the wildlife shows up, like some wolves, they scare them off.
Yeah, then he's gonna be like, so hey, if you can't understand me, why are you doing this? Why are you like helping us, like supporting us? It's really nice.
We were told by the trees and the wind that some humans were coming through with very prized property. And when we saw the youngling on top of your carriage, well, we knew that that must have been it.
That makes sense. Thank you very much. Is there anything? Do you want like food or something that we can give you in return?
Says we obey the will of the forest. Once you get close enough to the city, we will be forced to abandon you. But as long as they of course are looking at Fletch and Jander, and they say as long as those two accompany your caravan and carriage, we will not attack you.
That's very nice. Thank you.
And that is actually something I'm going to announce right now. Fletch and Jander,
Yeah.
any creatures that are not neutral evil or chaotic evil that are sentient in the Mist Kingdom, they are automatically friendly towards you. So if you encounter any satyrs or anything like that in there, they will know you.
What kind of creatures?
Sentient creatures, or
Okay.
just good creatures in general. Orcs and goblins and might know you. Might still attack you, and same with bandits and other low-level idiots. But forest-dwelling creatures and intelligent, powerful creatures will know who you are and what you're doing.
Okay.
Wow. I'm going to have like a small book written down for my character. I have got a page and a half of notes already.
And after another day, they take watch, and they watch you guys while you sleep. And when you wake up, it's just another short journey to Starfall. Once you get to a certain point, which is the river, the centaurs leave you, and the guards are like, "Holy crap! You have a deal with those guys?"
Something like that.
Yeah, they're like us.
Oh, well, welcome to Starfall. Open the gate. They're just travelers. And they're like,
Before we go in, Fletch is going to jump out of the carriage,
okay.
and he's going to take Magog out of his backpack and say, "Look, you're more than welcome to travel with me if you want to, but I'm going in the civilized area, and you may not want to go there."
Why not?
I don't know. I just giving you the option. If you want to go along, you can, but if you don't, I thought you might want to go back into the woods with the centaurs and satyrs and stuff. But
This is hell no. You're taking good care of me, and yeah, you polish my scales and make sure all my tufts are out. I got your back. I mean,
okay.
I didn't run away when the dragon was talking to me. No, I think I may have pooped in your backpack.
Oh.
But don't worry, I got rid of it.
Oh. Hey, where's my healing potion?
He says, "Oh," and he he's been clutching it this entire time, and he shows it to you.
Oh, okay. Just yeah, I might need that at some point.
He says, "I was actually gonna make you drink it if I thought you were too hurt."
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then wherever we stay tonight, I'll get you a roast.
Okay, and he like scratches out of your grip and climbs back into your backpack.
Okay. I'll walk in the city behind the carriage.
You actually see him like drop the potion for a moment, but his tail grasps it and pulls it back in with him.
Okay.
Dragons. So you finally managed to get some time and get into the city. The city is pretty small. It's about a medium town. There is a temple there, but it's a temple to Mistra. And it's an arcane domain temple where they do research, not on the star metal, but just on the surrounding environments. They're trying to figure out what exactly is drawing all the Fae here and why there's so many Fae creatures around. There is, of course, a lot of smithies here because, again, there's a lot of stars that land around in the region, and they work with the metal.
Ooh.
Will we have time to check them out later, Jander, please, Mommy?
What'd you say?
I asked basically if we would have time later to check those forges out.
Yeah, you have as much time as you want. You guys are in a safe location. You guys get an inn, and of course it costs like 5 gold a night, unless you want to work out some sort of deal with them.
5 gold total or 5 gold for each?
5 gold per room. So, however you guys want to work that out.
You gotta tell me how.
I'll split a room with Remus.
Sure. How much is the stable fees? Is all what I need to know too.
The stable fees is 2 gold per horse, and 1 gold for the carriage.
I'll take the room, and you get that. How about that?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so that's 5 gold per day for me and 5 gold per day for you. So nice.
Yeah, I'll get a room for Jander and me.
Okay.
Thanks, Fletch.
And I'm going to order the largest roast they have to be brought up to the room.
That was a mistake. They get this. Basically, they bring in this huge boar.
Yes.
They put it in it comes with this little steel legs and everything. This costs you about 15 gold, and but when they leave,
yeah,
the fucking pseudo dragon like looks around, see if they're there.
I want some of it.
He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll share." He
I'll cut off a
over to
leg.
the door. You cut off a leg, and you put it on a plate. He runs over to the door. He locks it. and he scamps over to the roast, and he's like, "Now how am I gonna get in there?" And he just jumps into the pretty much the open gaping butthole, and he just squeezes his head in there, and he just tears his head into it, and you can see it like barely squeezing open, and he just somehow fits himself into it, and he's just clawing around in there.
Well, I'm glad I cut a leg off first, and I'll split it between Jander and myself. And I'm going to spend another 10 gold on rations. I'll need to fill up on those, and I'll get all. No, I probably shouldn't get all meat rations. I'll split it half meat and half nuts and berries and stuff.
Can you give me the total?
If you get all meat, he's just gonna.
I know. That's why I'm not going to get all of it.
Can you give me the total of days traveled until now so I can subtract that?
It's 19. It's been 19 days.
Oh shit! I need rations.
Yeah, me too.
So, I'm gonna leave this to you guys since I'm a pretty active DM. We can continue. We can stay in Starfall, and Jander can learn how to smith here. and learn and get his hands on some star metal, and we can do an act 2 and use some of the same encounters we had before, or we can head back to Illumina.
I would prefer to stay here and get some practice with the star metal. But
stay here.
It's up to the group.
No, you're shopping.
For the time being, Fletch will stay here, but if I can't make the next adventure, then he'll just head back to Illumina at that point.
Okay. I'll try to post it up as far as ahead as probably this Wednesday, and we'll see what happens.
I probably wouldn't be able to unless it's like if it's 9 o'clock or later, I can probably do it, but I wouldn't be able to before that. But
Yeah, that's the same kind of boat I'm in.
yeah,
Same for me.
Do what you got to do.
So if it's because I can get out of school, I won't be able to make it till about 10:30.
Okay, I will do 10.
Okay.
And then
All right.
so Wednesday.
Okay, I could probably do that.
And again, Starfall is it's not a magical community per se, because their magic is divine in nature, but they do have a temple that you can go to. They're well known for their smithy and smithies, as they are the only people who know how to properly wield star metal.
Cool.
And of course, they have almost a massive farming community at the edge of the coast there. The population is mostly dwarvish, half orcish, human, as well as wood elvish. And there's a bit of high elvish, and I would also say there's also a good chunk of halfling in there. And you would see gnomes there, but they're not very common, and they're mostly forest gnomes.
Okay. Would I be able to sort of wander around town looking for maybe a smith that would be aligned with Reorex?
Yeah, this is I would not say Reorex. I would say Moradin.
Moradin? Okay.
They're pretty close siblings, brothers in arms, to say. And when you're asking around for another servant of Reorex or Moradin, somebody does say, "Hey, you're asking for a servant of Moradin. You found the right place." And he's a mountain dwarf. He says, "We got a church up in the mountains, hidden deep in it. But if you're looking for someone who's a friend of yours, at least Reorex, yeah, you found the right fella."
I'm seeking some training.
Training in what?
It's star metal smithing.
That's what most smiths come here for. How'd you get here, by perchance?
The Hero's Pass.
Oh, bloody hell. That makes you almost some sort of hero. God's damn hero.
Just lucky. Got good friends.
He says, "Well, damn straight. The giants, ever since whatever's been happening with the magic around here, they've been hiving around that area, and trades have been pretty much impossible." But
How bad's the magic gotten around here?
He says, magic hasn't gotten too messed up around. I'm just talking about overall. Everyone's been startled ever since Illumina has shouted out that magic is being banned in their area. It's kind of startled some people out here. But we're figuring out it's still normal around here.
All right.
So this is the best place, as far as I know, from crafting, the crafting side of things. It's pretty safe around here.
And what's your name, friend?
Dorak.
Dorak. I'm Jander.
Nice to meet you, lad. Well, do we want to stand here all day, or do we want to get practicing?
Practicing.
All right. And
I
the
want to
first,
come.
you a smithy too, boy?
Yes, I am, sir.
Oh, then it'll be nice to have some extra hands. Come on. It'll take a few good weeks to get you guys figured out in the sorts. But once you figure it out, it's you'll realize that this metal is good. And if we do not get to this game as soon as we'd like, it will take you 4 weeks to actually. What's your intelligence modifiers?
+0.
So
Two.
it'll take
Yeah.
you 10 weeks,
I got +2.
and it'll take you 8 weeks to learn how to smith with star metal.
Okay.
And of
So
course,
that's
you guys
350 gold.
and you guys can take different downtime events while you're doing that, as long as it doesn't stop you from training. Does anyone else want to do anything while
Yes.
they're
Yes.
okay?
I would like to go shopping for some armor.
What kind of armor?
And I'm already subtracting 350 gold for the 10 week stay.
Okay.
If that's cool with you. So
Well,
I would
if you plan on staying there, you can probably work out some deal.
sure with the stable.
They say you're good with a bow, right?
Yeah, I am.
They mostly they're just worried about the make of it, but they know that you're a wood elf. You're a wood elf, right?
No, high elf.
High elf.
Mm-hmm.
They say so. You know magic too, right?
Just a little bit. Just a
Well-
little bit to keep me alive.
Well, that your one friend, he's ordering a lot of boars up into his room, and we were wondering if maybe you guys look like you're some seasoned travelers, and you managed, from what we heard, you managed to get through Heroes Pass. So perhaps if you hunt some boars for us, we can kind of ignore the gold payment, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that will be no problem. Just tell me how many you need and when, and I'll get them for you.
He says, if you can just get one every maybe 2 days or so, that would be good.
No problem at all.
Well, Fletch would be interested in going along and hunting boar.
He says, oh, well, more the merrier, of course.
Of course, I can't guarantee we'll get back with the boar if my partner in my backpack doesn't eat it.
Are you telling him to like reveal himself?
No, I'm not telling him to reveal himself. I'm just saying that.
He says, he's just thinking in your head like, hey, I ate a couple rats too, okay?
Okay. Just try
Yeah.
not to eat the boar until we get it back to our room at least.
He says, okay, I at least want the eyes.
Done. You can have the eyes.
Yes, something to snack on.
Okay, so I would be doing that, and so I don't pay for the stable fees. Instead, I'm returning a favor to the city.
Well, if you're hunting for boar, they'll get rid of the stable fees too.
Yeah.
So basically, as long as they are training, you guys are negating the fees for living there.
Yes, I will definitely do that and help them, like, even if they need, because I basically have nothing to do there. So I will basically offer also my needs since I am guard of the city of Illumina to, like, stand guard too, if they need that.
I'll actually have you guys roll me a survival check with advantage. So
Okay.
whoever has the higher survival.
I got a
not-
19.
For Remus and Fletch, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Because they're doing hunting.
My
You
bad.
guys are doing training.
So I have a 23.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Mm.
So with those kind of results, on top of doing the boar, like killing the boars, you managed to bring back enough and sell enough to make 10 gold per day.
Oh.
you
So
guys are-
how many days is that?
Well, It depends how long we want to wait. Because we can assume we can start our own timeline and move 10 weeks ahead.
That works for me.
Or we can, okay, so we will follow along and we will jump ahead 10 weeks.
Would
Okay.
that be 700 gold then? Granting that 7 days and 10 weeks.
So, yeah, so it will be 21 days for this game. And when we start our next game, we will split off and it will be 10 weeks to finish the
Okay.
training.
Okay, so for the thing we will get after this, we will get 700 gold for our services. So, Fletch and I.
Okay. We split that.
No, isn't that each 10 gold each a day, or is it for both of us?
It's 10 gold for the both of you.
Yeah.
So we each get 350.
No, we each would get 700.
Okay.
And what's their
And-
training rating?
My question is,
You
would
guys
like-
will also gain 2 experience.
Cool.
If the magic is okay here, I would like to spend some of my downtime just offering healing
Okay.
as a part of a penance.
Okay, so when Dorak tells you that he's tired and he can't afford to train you anymore, or at least spend any more time on it, you're walking around the streets. What kind of blessings are you handing out? Just regular blessings? Or do you
Yeah,
use
just
anything?
like healing words, if you know,
Okay.
general healing. Basically, the sick, poor, that sort of deal.
Okay, so
And I'd like to donate 10 gold a day that we're here.
donate the 10 gold to the temple?
To the poor
To the poor. Okay.
directly.
Okay.
And Fletch is going to write a long letter home.
To whom?
His girlfriend, if she's still his girlfriend.
She is gonna be so pissed when she receives that letter. That is
Hey.
gonna take like a month to get there.
Well,
Hey.
at least he won't be there. He's basically saying, hey, look, I went to save the world. It failed. And now I'm trying to do something that maybe can fix that or help with it.
You know, while you were away, she gained 4 levels in Gloomstalker, right?
Good. At least one of us did. While I was away, I only gained 1 level in fighter.
I'd like to search for some sending stones.
I mean,
Like
the
when
church has
Like
some.
when we first go. I'm trying to get a set so I can send one to.
Oh.
She's not too far from here, actually. I think.
He says, yeah, where we can send the other stone if you want, since
Yeah,
you guys are busy.
she's up in by Loxley or something. There's a little town that she made, Star something, by Loxley, which is north.
By Loxy?
Loxley, yeah.
That is not close by here.
No.
That is like, you guys went northeast. It's like west.
Oh. Oh shit! So it's west of Luma.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in the opposite direction.
I think the dragon in Indomia had that magic shop.
Oh, you have a mass healing word? Oh, okay. Never mind. That was. So yeah,
I
you
would
ask
like-
around, and they say, yeah, we can sell you a pair for 500.
Okay. I'll give him the gold.
Okay, he gives you a pair, and he's like, thanks. Do you need help? You can only send one message through them at a time, and the
No.
other person needs it.
I know. I was gonna hire a courier. Or
It says, where are you sending them?
Loxy.
Says, it's probably best you hand it to her yourself. Because unless you plan on the only way you can go there by foot is through Heroes Pass.
Okay.
I mean, they can go through the mountains, but that's too treacherous, and only Goliaths can really go up there.
All right, I guess I'll just wait.
He says, in the get there by sea, it's definitely an expedition.
I would like to look for +1 armor, please.
Roll me an investigation. This place would have it.
Yeah, I have investigation +0, so that's not gonna be. That's a natural 1. So,
Yeah, you've convinced yourself that your armor is in fact a +1 armor. You're like, yeah, this armor's awesome.
Why don't you ask Revjack since he's learning how?
I did ask him. I'm like, literally, hey, I need no armor. Will you come with me? And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna train.
Yeah, but I said after the training, I'll ask. What's the guy's name?
Dorak.
Dorak. If he can,
Yeah.
hook Remus up.
With what?
Well, he's looking for +1 armor. He's looking for armor with a little bit more added bonus to it to help him.
He's fucking wearing stone for armor. What more does he want?
I don't know. He's like, I don't know, but I know I want some better armor, but I'll wait until after I finish training.
All right. Well, it's not easy. It'll take a long time, and I can get some of my boys on it if you're looking for it.
Yeah. He's like, well, I show him mine. Mine's mithril plate +1. But I'd like, if I could trade mine in, just still in good condition. I keep it in repair fairly well.
Well, hell, if there's all this magic armor all over the place, Fletch is going to look for a +1 buckler.
You got a tracking scale.
+1 armor isn't exactly on the market. It's a rare item.
Oh, okay.
+1 shield, though, that's pretty easy.
What if we give them the fucking giant components?
Oh, yeah.
Will that help? Please? Get a fucking forge city.
He says, lad, it takes 10 weeks to make.
That's fine. I have 10 weeks.
And your boys.
I want a +1 buckler, or even just a regular buckler that I can strap to the back of my armor and still use my bow without having to take the buckler off all the damn time.
Okay. You find one, and they're willing to sell it to you for 300 gold.
Oh, sure. I'll give them 300 gold.
All right. Revjack's like, look, I got a deal for you.
What?
He's like, I have enough green dragon hide to make a set of armor. So I'll trade you that. I know it's worth some shit. If you can have somebody make me a belt of giant strength. I got the components for a frost giant and a stone giant. You can have the frost giant if you make me a stone giant belt. That's dragon hide and frost giant shit.
He says, no. Yeah. I'll fucking make you 2 of them if that's what you want.
Well, shit. I'll take that and some better armor. I mean, whatever's fair to you. I'm not trying to. I mean, you're already doing me a solid by teaching me how to.
Now, I can make the belt for you, and then I can have the armor. And then when we're done training, I'll be done. I'll have my boys be done them by then.
Okay. Deal. He gives you over the green dragon hide and the frost giant and the stone giant samples.
Okay. Questions on the buckler, real quick.
Okay.
1, is it a +1 buckler?
Yes.
Okay.
By all means, it's a +1 shield.
Okay. So does it operate like a regular shield? I mean, does it give a normal +2?
Well, in the past, I have said if you want a proper buckler, one that you don't have to take off and use with 2-handed weapons and such.
That's what I'm asking.
Then, yes, you can drop the AC by 1, and then it will be a plus. But a buckler is like a +1 shield, and then the +1 will bring it to +2. And then yes, you can have a weapon in its hand. You can use a bow in there.
All right, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
And
a note to Revjack.
Yes.
By the time you made it to Starfall, Jeannie's already on her way back to Alumna.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Can we buy +1 rations?
+1 rations. You can actually buy magical rations. They're like 100 gold each, but if you just, it's like takes one action and you eat them. You're fed and watered.
You're gonna do the same thing with the buckler. That's a really swift idea. Really.
Oh my god.
Can I get a +1 dead boar?
+1 dead boar. It's
Hell
not in the
yes.
document. Yes, you can find the +1 buckler for 400 gold.
Sure, I'll buy it.
Boom. There's your +1 buckler.
Takes friggin' druids come up with a good berry. Couldn't they come up with like a good bacon or something? Yeah, you know, ooh, or shrimp wrapped in bacon. A good shrimp wrapped in bacon. An all carnivore druid. That's what I want.
Yeah, they're like, yes, let me cast this ritual of Goodberry, and they just cook you this meal, and you're like, yes,
Exactly.
the best druid. So, enough magic item shopping. This is where we're going to end it. So, 21 days, 2 experience. We will separate into our own timeline for the next game. And for anyone watching, I hope you enjoyed. And thanks all the people for playing. I hope that you guys enjoy yourself, and I hope you like everything I'm setting up so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
I can't complain.
No.
and hopefully the random table will be a lot more aggressive with you guys.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we like this random table.
And I will see you guys all on the next game. So,
All right.
see ya.
Wednesday.
Night.